You know, setting up for that RV trip can be extremely exciting, whether you're a first-time RVer, full-time RVer, or not. But sometimes the journey is way more fun than the destination. You just want to make sure that journey is safe and secure. And knowing about towing and hitching is the part that makes that journey safe and secure. Now, we have tons of videos on the Camping World YouTube page that tell you about the different types of hitches, how to set up your hitch, how to tow, all that good stuff. Always get the Good Sam roadside too, by the way. But this product guide video is going to tell you a little bit about some of the products you're going to need when trying to figure out the types of hitching and towing you want to do. Now, before we get started, let me preface this by saying towing and hitching is extremely important and something you shouldn't do without the proper tools, the proper training, and the proper guidance. You can always check with our folks here at Camping World to guide you down that path, but also do your research, because when it comes to towing, you got to start with a good hitch receiver. Now, these are broken down into 5 main categories, and it's really based off the weight rating of the RV, because what the hitch receiver does is it connects your tow vehicle to the RV and allows that connection to securely stay in place to move the vehicle down the road. But since it's based on weight, based on ratings, based on the type of hitch receiver you want to get, let the folks at Camping World help you out. You can also find at campingworld.com our towing calculator. That is an extremely helpful tool to make sure you get the right type of receiver. Now, when it comes to your receivers, whether you're getting one for a travel trailer, a bumper pull, or like a gooseneck for a 5th wheel hitch, whether it's bolted or welded to your tow vehicle, make sure it's done properly, which is why I always suggest make sure one of our folks at Camping World does it for you. Ounce of prevention versus a pound of cure type of thing. Better to be safe than sorry. Now, moving on to the ball hitches for travel trailers. These, once again, are going to be based on the weight of the tow vehicle. So for example, this one right here, which is 2 5/16 inches, is rated for 15,000 pounds. This 2-incher right here is only rated for 3,500 pounds. And you'll be able to tell by the thickness of the ball and by the thickness of the connection of what it's rated for, but always get the one that's rated for your vehicle. If you're in one of those in-between spots, always go heavier. Always go heavier. But these are pretty easy to do. Whether you get one like this Curt that already comes set up with the ball connected, or you get just a regular Shank that has the ball connection in it, goes into the hitch receiver, then your ball goes on. You got the little bolt to lock it in. It gives you the secure connection. And that is your connection point for the ball hitch. Just always make sure you get the one that's right for your travel trailer. Now, something to me that's worth its weight in gold, literally distributing the weight, is weight distribution hitches. What this is going to do is this is going to level that connection point between your tow vehicle and the RV that you're towing for the travel trailer, and it's going to make sure you don't get a lot of movement. So getting a weight distribution with sway control, whether it's torsion or trunnion, just once again, check the total weight rating of the vehicle that you're towing and ask the specialist, which one do I need? Which one's going to serve me best? Do I need the ones that mount to the hitch? Do I need the ones that don't mount? It really just depends on what's going to give you the safest and most effective tow. But weight distribution and sway control are absolutely essential when it comes to towing that vehicle. Because once you get going down the road and that thing starts either porpoising on you or listing on you, you're going to wish you had one of these, guaranteed. And for 5th wheel hitches, gooseneck, whether you're going to get one that's bolted or welded to the frame, once again, talk to the specialist at Camping World to find the 5th wheel hitch that's going to be right for your 5th wheel. And when you're talking about ease of use, tongue jack. All day, every day. And a lot of RVs these days already come with them on them, whether they're manual or powered. But if for some reason yours doesn't, or you just want to upgrade, gotta tell you, the electric tongue jack is absolutely awesome. Really helps with setup, makes it a lot easier to hook up to the tow vehicle and get ready for the campsite. Just make sure whether you're doing manual or electric, you get the one with the right capacity, with the weight on it that matches the vehicle that you're towing. Talk to our specialist at Camping World about which one's right for you. And then while you're at it, pick up a tongue jack and Chock. Why not? Save your tongue jack wheel. Plus, you never know. you might be setting yourself up in some dirty spots and you want to keep it nice and clean. Now, when it comes to towing and hitching, along with being safe and secure while pulling the vehicle, once you get done with the vehicle, you want the vehicle itself to be safe and secure too. It's not something that we want to think about or even talk about, but it does happen. Theft. People will pull up and take an RV out of a campsite. It has happened. You just don't want it to happen to you, which is why I want to talk to you a little bit about locks. Whether it's fifth wheel lock, coupler lock, or something like this, if you got a travel trailer, the Fortress lock, make sure when you do set up your RV and you're ready to go or you're staying overnight, you get that connection point locked up safe and secure so that the only one towing and hitching it is you. Now, when it comes to towing and hitching, visibility, you gotta have it. A lot of RVs these days do either come with rear observation or they're pre-wired for rear observation. But if you got an old one or yours did happen to come with, getting a backup camera like this one here, which is just a rear observation, some of them are Bluetooth, some of them are hardwired. It's absolutely essential in towing and hitching safely and effectively. Whether you're backing into the campsite or you're just going down the road, you wanna see what's behind you. Another great option are gonna be side vision. This is something that came along a few years ago, but really helps out when changing lanes or seeing what's on both sides, just to make sure you have all eyes where they need to be and where you need to go. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that RV is going where you want it to go. And observation, the most important part to it. Now I'm kind of moving through this list of hitching and towing really fast, so I'm gonna slow down for a minute and let's talk about something extremely important, which all of these items for hitching and towing are important, but brake controls. This is one of those items where when you finally do get one, you're gonna wonder how you ever existed without it. Because what this does is this allows the RV to slow along with the vehicle. Not whereas you're pulling the tow vehicle with the RV, and as the tow vehicle stops, the RV's still going. This allows you to adjust the brake sensitivity, the weight, the whole nine. So getting the one that's right for you, your tow vehicle, and your RV is essential, but brake control, brake control, brake control, brake control. I can't stress enough. When you want to get proper hitching and towing, braking, because it doesn't matter how much you can tow, how much can you stop? Get a brake control. No chalk on the planet's gonna stop this boulder when it starts rolling. So you might be asking yourself, when we're talking about hitching and towing, why am I holding up wheel chocks? Well, because when you're getting ready to hook up to your tow vehicle, you want it to stay in place. Plus, once you get to the campground, you don't want it to go anywhere. So these are essential as well, not only for safety and security, but makes it a whole lot easier when you're hitching and towing. And if you've tried to hook up without one of these and all of a sudden your RV is going back and forth, you know exactly what I'm talking about and why you want to pick up how many ever wheels you got, 2 for each. Now, when you're talking about hitching and towing, navigation, absolutely a big part of that. And sure, your cell phone has apps on there with maps that'll tell you how to get to where you're going. But will those maps tell you, A, if a bridge you're gonna pass under is not 13 feet high? The last thing you want to do is be on the road and all of a sudden you got a convertible RV. Nobody wants that. But picking up a GPS that's built for RVs is a great addition to any towing experience. This Garmin RV 780 not only gives you RV routings and warnings, gives you suggestions on parks and even attractions. Pretty nice little addition to something you can just put on your dash and leave your cell phone for what it's meant to, playing games and music. Now, this has been a quick list of some essentials you can use for proper hitching and towing, but let me tell you 2 of the most proper. Number 1, talking to the specialist. Come into Camping World, make sure you speak to somebody that's gonna get you the right everything for towing and hitching your RV. And then number 2, get Good Sam roadside. What better way than having that safety and security and that peace of mind and knowing if something does happen or something does go wrong, you got Good Sam behind you to help out. Now, as always, if you have any questions about any of these products, you can check us out online at campingworld.com or just come into your local Camping World. Our folks will be more than glad to help you get on the road, hitching and towing the right way.